A very good morning to you watching Westnile Television, and thank you very much for joining us this morning. My name is Denis Oringi, and it is KOKOLIRIKO Live. And I'm here to give you a breath of every information that you need to know. 19 minutes to the top of the hour of 8 a.m. right in Westnile Television. You have to know that we shall be able to go up to the hour of 9 a.m. right this morning. And today is 25th of July 2023. You have to know that the month of July is only remaining with a week for us to conclude this particular month. And what have you done right from January up to July that we are about to conclude? And after July, you have to know that we shall be remaining with around 5 months for us to conclude the year 2023 as we get to the year 2020. For the political leaders, it will be a year of pressure, and a lot of demands and activities will be taking place. And you have to know that the 2026 we shall be having another elections, and so I don't think that 2026 is very far, more especially for those who are holding political positions. You have to know that your positions are determined by the electorates that we do have in this country, Uganda. And so the time is now for you to show to these electorates that you are doing something, so that when it comes to 2026, they are able to evaluate and say, I think for this gentleman who has been serving as the LC5 chairperson, for instance, maybe for Nebi district, he has another term that is supposed to serve. Or we can really, advise him to seek another position because of his good leadership. What about others? What are you doing? Are people able to have conversations about you in regards to your leadership? All right, it is all about you to think about this. I have not to tell you what you're supposed to think about, but it is you to think about what you think is right, so that the people are able to say, think because of your good leadership, we can give you another term. And so that is what politics means, and we cannot run away from those facts. And if you think that politics is only meant for you, let me tell you, you're getting it wrong. And remember, for instance, the Parliament of the Republic of Uganda, that house has accommodated very many people that we have in this country. And some of them are still serving. Some of them are no longer serving at that house. So that means that the house is not yours. The house belongs to the citizens of this country. They are the one to determine whether you should go back or you should stay back. They are the one to determine whether they should give you another term so that you go and serve it, the people. And this also implies with also other elective positions that we do have in this country. Remember, currently, the talk of the nation is about the LC elections. Government, the other time, presented the 57 billion for organizing the LC1 chairperson's election in this country. But this has been protested by the Speaker of Parliament of the Republic of Uganda, that this is over-exaggerated. 57 billion meant for what? This is too much money. And for that matter, government of the Republic of Uganda should be able to present a reasonable budget for organizing the LC1 chairperson's election. And we're waiting for the Prime Minister of the Republic of Uganda, Right Honorable Robert Nabanja, to present her reports in regards to that issue of the LC1 chairperson's election in this country. It's quite unfortunate that as a country, we have forgotten the roles that these LC1 chairpersons they play. We have forgotten that for us who are leaders, who are serving at the national level, we got recommendations from the LC1 chairperson. And we come from the lowest local government unit, and that is the LC1 system. Now at the Parliament of the Republic of Uganda, we don't want to care about these people that are at the center of security and insecurity. For your information, if this country is to be affected, the planning starts right from the LC1 system. And so if all the LC1 chairpersons in this country decides to lay down their tools, what will really happen in our country, Uganda? I live in Arua city, and I know Arua is known for some criminality elements, because we have some gang groups that are terrorizing the citizens here in Arua city. call themselves the fire eaters, judgment, officers in waiting. And these are people who at least are being controlled by the LC1 chairpersons that we have in the city. If it was not because of these LC1 chairpersons, I am trying to imagine what kind of the city that we are going to have here in Arua. But now as government, we seem to be, giving less attention to these LC1 chairpersons. Their term of office expired on 10th of July because they were elected on 10th of July 2018. And so 4 years down the road, I think 5 years down the road, these people need to be re-elected again. But government never thought of this. Yes, the Electoral Commission of the Republic of Uganda thought of this, and they were able to present some papers before Parliament in April this year. But little attention was paid to the issues that were presented by the Electoral Commission of this country. And that tells you how government thinks about the LC1 chairpersons that we do have in this country. And now presenting 57 billion Ugandan shillings for organizing LC1 chairpersons election. I am trying to break down the 57 billion. What is this 57 billion meant for? Because in 2018, as a journalist who covered LC1 chairpersons election after 17 years, I witnessed how these elections were organized. Let me tell you, from the then municipality, it was by lining, and nothing much was spent in organizing this election. Now, if the 2018 LC1 chairpersons election was organized in this manner, that does not even cost the LC themselves, the presiding officer, something to do with 100,000. If in a village somebody spent 100,000 in organizing that election, then they have to be audited, because the residents of that LC system, they all converge under a mango tree, because the LC1 chairpersons don't have their offices. They either operate under their mango trees, if at all the LC1 chairperson is having a mango tree, or any other tree that we do know, then the residents of that, that village, they converge under that tree. And then those who have contested, please, we know them. You stand. And then those who are in your favor line behind you. And then the counting begins. Like what happened during the NRM primaries that caused some people their positions. And so, if people line behind candidates without ballot papers, then why government of the Republic of Uganda presents a 57 billion? And because of that, the Speaker of Parliament of the Republic of Uganda had to suspend parliamentary proceedings, parliamentary sessions. As I talk right now, Parliament has been on recess over that matter of the 57 billion presented for the LC1 chairperson's election. And so that is politics. And we cannot run away from politics. And I always tell people that you cannot survive in this nation, or you cannot survive in this country or this world without understanding politics. If we have those who are following events in Kenya, you get to understand that the biggest factors of production and development is politics, and we cannot run away from that. And so therefore, it is incumbent upon you to get interested, to get yourself personally involved in the affairs, in the political affairs of your LC system, of your LC2 system, of your LC3 system, of your LC5 system. And we have this system, this administrative unit that is called a county. Much as it has no functional administrative units, we only have a member of parliament representing the people of this particular county. So get interested in that politics. And so, for instance, we know Nebi district has got Nebi municipality, which is under Nebi district for your information. And then in Nebi municipality, we have the mayor and other technical people together with other political leaders in the capacity of the councillors. And then we have Padire County. And the Padire County is being represented at the Parliament of the Republic of Uganda by a member of parliament. But Padiere County has got no administrative structure, for your information. And the county we are talking about here is supposed to be the LC4 system. But it's quite unfortunate in our country, Uganda, that we don't have a proper functioning LC4 system. And so therefore we have the LC5 system, system. That is at the level of the district, where we have LC5 chairperson together with the district executive committee members and then the area councillors representing the sub-counties that we do have. In actual sense, we are supposed to have the sub-county councillors to sit at the LC4 system at the county level and discuss matters of that county. Because the sub-counties that belong to that county should be able to have, they're supposed to have headquarters where they go and discuss their matters. The issues that are discussed at the county level is really, forwarded to the district level. That's where we would have representatives from different counties, representing the people at the district level, and the issues that are discussed at the district level are issues that come from the county level. And so because we have not been paying close attention in this system of administration, we have forgotten about the LC2 system, where we have the LC2 chairperson, but they are not actively, involved in doing administrative work. How many of you know your LC2 chairpersons? Including me, I do not know, to be frank. I do not know who is my LC2 chairperson, because there's nowhere that the LC2 chairperson is going to sit, because they don't have administrative unit where they would really sit and discuss matters of the parish. And currently we are talking about the parish development model, and government seems to have forgotten about, making the parish functional with its all administrative structures. The technical people are supposed to help the wananchi at the parish level. Yesterday I was moving in the streets of Arua city. There are two banks that are implementing the parish development model, disbursing monies to the beneficiaries of the parish development development model under that pillar of the financial inclusion. Let me tell you something here. If you are to see the life that people are going through, the sufferings that these PDM beneficiaries are going through at these banks that we do have, in Arua city, you will not even have the morale of going to pick the money, because first of all, the population that gather at these commercial banks, they are really, a serious number of people that need to be really, supported. And if government can think of breaking down the disbursement of this PDM, that will be a very good one, because I like the way social, the SAGE money, that is a social assistance grant that government of the Republic of Uganda through Ministry of Agenda, Labor and Social Development is implementing. They go down to the parish level, and this money is given to the beneficiaries of SAGE at the parish level. Why can't the government of the Republic of Uganda adopt the same modalities that are being used by SAGE in distributing the parish development model money? Because the manner in which people are suffering, and the majority of the people who come to the commercial banks that have been selected to implement the parish development model, disbursement of the money, are people who come from far places. They are not residents of the city, because currently Arua city has not yet launched officially the implementation of the parish development model, aspect of the pillar of the financial inclusion. I have been told that the launch might be on 28th of this month, and it is also going to be, publicly launched. But currently they are doing what we call the manual, testing of the giveaway of the money. And according to the city authority, they have realized that the manner in which the money is being given currently, that people who are getting double. And this is already a very big problem in as far as implementing this program is concerned, more especially under the pillar of the financial inclusion. And so they are thinking of, introducing the e-model of, disbursing this money electronically, and so that once you have received the money, there's nothing like you see that somebody is going to get the money 2 times. According to the city town clerk of Arua, city clerk of Arua City yesterday, he did disclose to us that they have realized that the current system being used to disburse this money is kind of making some people to get double, and some people are even getting 3 times. And so this need to be worked upon. And so we urge the government of the Republic of Uganda, if possible, they should be able to go back to the drawing board and have a discussion around the disbursement of this money. The people who are really having celebrations because they have benefited twice. And so this is something that I felt it is important that I should be able to bring to attention. But above all, the crowding at the different commercial banks is not nice at all. That tells you the level at which people are really very poor in northern Uganda. When people crowd at the commercial banks like that. And that tells you that majority of people have not been doing transactions using banks. That means that they don't have their data incorporated at different commercial banks that we do have. That tells you that if majority of people don't have bank accounts and they have never had interface with the banks, that tells you the level of poverty. Because in a developed world, in a region or in a sub-region where majority of people have been enrolled, by different commercial banks, that tells you the level of savings in those regions and sub-regions. So as a region, as a sub-region, West Nile, we still have a long way to go in as far as financial inclusion is concerned and the usage of the commercial banks that we do have is concerned. And then it leaves me with a question. Who are the people having bank accounts and doing savings and transactions with the commercial banks that we have in West Nile? You might find the majority are the people who are not even Ugandans. We only have few Ugandans who are having transactions with these banks. And according to one of the generals, that is General Philip Idro, in one of the meetings that I was able to attend, he told me that, you see, you come from West Nile. How many commercial banks do we have in West Nile? And how many cooperative societies do we have in West Nile? Because that is a determinant of the level of, of richness in that area and the level of poverty. In a situation where, in a district, for instance, where you get only one commercial bank, that tells you the level of poverty in that district. In a district where we have very many commercial banks, that tells you the level of commercial transactions that do take place. And that tells you that people in those areas have money and they're rich. I have never gone to Mbarara, but I've read about Mbarara. I've watched clips, videos, news clips from Mbarara. I've been told that Mbarara has got good number of commercial banks. And that tells you that people in that district or that city have got a lot of money. And people's level of poverty is not like the level of poverty that we do have in West Nile and Karamoja, generally the Greater North. And then one of the journalists in the meeting that we had, he was trying to present, a defense in regards to leveling northern Uganda to be second after Karamoja. He says that currently we have people who are riding Bajaj motorcycle. This person is parking a Bajaj that is around 5 million in a grass thatch house. And this gentleman has a flat TV screen in his house, and he also pays for TV services. And then General Idro says, my friend, that does not mean that the people are rich. That does not mean that the people have money. You see, when you talk about riches or richness, I have to tell you that it involves a lot of things. And so as a sub-region called West Nile, we need to really think about this, that our level of poverty is still very high, and we need to really implore government to really think about us, and also us, as we wait from government, we should be proactive and we should have positive mindset towards some of these government programs that are being rolled out. This is not the first time that we're hearing government of the Republic of Uganda, rolling out the government programs. I do not want to mention the number of government programs that have been enrolled, that have been really rolled out in the Greater North I will be, doing a disservice if I make mention of those, and I will also shed tears because we have failed the programs ourselves. Let's go for a break, and when I come back, I will be having a gentleman, one of the journalists working with Westnile Television, as I will be making sense of some of the issues that we have in Western Sub-region. My name is Denis Oringi, and I will be having Frederick Dramadri as we will discuss a number of issues that are unfolding here in Western Sub-region, Greater North, and also what we have in our country, Uganda, before diving into what we do have at that is at the international level. It is KOKOLIRIKO Live on Westnile Television. My name is Denis Oringi. Thank you very much for joining us, and allow me to say good morning, the LC5 chairperson of Nebi District. You're always tuned to Westnile Television to get to understand what are some of the issues that are in Western Sub-region. Good morning.
Westnile TV, lighting up the region.
Get more for less on Star Times this Easter season. Cartoon channel for best children entertainment. New global series. Local drama on Makula TV and football all around the world. Simply make weekly or monthly subscription and enjoy upgrade to the next bouquet. For classic or super bouquet customers, subscribe for a month and enjoy 5 days extra. Family time with Star Times. Star Times is regulated by UCC. Get more for less on Star Times this Easter season. Cartoon channel for best children entertainment. New global series. Local drama on Makula TV and football all around the world. Simply make weekly or monthly subscription and enjoy upgrade to the next bouquet. For classic or super bouquet customers, subscribe for a month and enjoy 5 days extra. Family time with Star Times. Star Times is regulated by UCC.
Westnile TV, lighting up the region. Westnile TV, lighting up the region.
Get more for less on Star Times this Easter season. Cartoon channel for best children entertainment. New global series. Local drama on Makula TV and football all around the world. Simply make weekly or monthly subscription and enjoy upgrade to the next bouquet. For classic or super bouquet customers, subscribe for a month and enjoy 5 days extra. Family time with Star Times. Star Times is regulated by UCC.
Westnile TV, lighting up the region. Westnile TV, lighting up the region.
Get more for less on Star Times this Easter season. Cartoon channel for best children entertainment. New global series. Local drama on Makula TV and football all around the world. Simply make weekly or monthly subscription and enjoy upgrade to the next bouquet. For classic or super bouquet customers, subscribe for a month and enjoy 5 days extra. Family time with Star Times. Star Times is regulated by UCC.
Westnile TV, lighting up the region. Westnile TV, lighting up the region.
Get more for less on Star Times this Easter season. Cartoon channel for best children entertainment. New global series. Local drama on Makula TV and football all around the world. Simply make weekly or monthly subscription and enjoy upgrade to the next bouquet. For classic or super bouquet customers, subscribe for a month and enjoy 5 days extra. Family time with Star Times. Star Times is regulated by UCC.
Westnile TV, lighting up the region. Westnile TV, lighting up the region.
Get more for less on Star Times this Easter season. Cartoon channel for best children entertainment. New global series. Local drama on Makula TV and football all around the world. Simply make weekly or monthly subscription and enjoy upgrade to the next bouquet. For classic or super bouquet customers, subscribe for a month and enjoy 5 days extra. Family time with Star Times. Star Times is regulated by UCC.
Westnile TV, lighting up the region. Westnile TV, lighting up the region.
Get more for less on Star Times this Easter season. Cartoon channel for best children entertainment. New global series. Local drama on Makula TV and football all around the world. Simply make weekly or monthly subscription and enjoy upgrade to the next bouquet. For classic or super bouquet customers, subscribe for a month and enjoy 5 days extra. Family time with Star Times. Star Times is regulated by UCC.
Westnile TV, lighting up the region. Westnile TV, lighting up the region.
Right, welcome back and thank you very much for joining us. As I did mention earlier on, before we went for a break, I did say that I'll be having a gentleman with me. With me, I have Frederick Dramadry, who is a journalist working with Western Television. He's one of the senior journalists we have in Western Subregion. That's why he's here, to make sense of some of the issues that you need to know right here in Western Subregion. All right, good morning and thank you very much.
Good morning, Dennis.
All right, thank you.
Yes.
How has been your weekend? I mean, today is Tuesday, and so yesterday, I know you were a little bit engaged, and also, how was it?
Of course, the weekend has been busy looking at the incidents, issues that are emerging throughout this region. If you look at the issues, most of the hottest issues that we are already witnessing is the issue of the relocation of the district headquarters, which has brought a lot of issues in, a lot of debates in this city. And we're yet to see when the politicians are moving up left and right, trying to toast the others. So, what are the issues that I see rocking here in the city? Yeah. Apart from other issues, petty issues, the issue of committing suicide among the young people, insecurity that has at least come down. Those are the issues that I see are mostly happening.
A quick one. Currently, we are experiencing a little bit of climate change. What do you think? Some of the change of weather, because July used to have The farmers are crying. Some of those who are benefiting from the parish, they are going to realize out of the parish, the government will lose money, more especially those who have the intention of using the money to buy seeds and plant. They are saying that it's very hard for them even to plant in their own garden.
Basically, I think it is a serious matter. It is a critical one. To look at farming in the real sense, nowadays we really don't need to rely on the rain. And the situation that we are undergoing is what we did some time back, even starting from our ancestors. If you look at Westnile general, most of our people relied on tobacco growing for commercial purposes. But people didn't look at other crops to venture in so as to maybe have income and so on. And this tobacco, if you look at it generally, has brought down the soil fertility, has also made people more poor. I don't know if that increased there, but people are becoming poorer and poorer, and we have seen destruction to forests that we have. And now if you move throughout West Nile, you will not see that forest, which is under the district, maybe under NFA. But what everyone is emphasizing is planting. But how do you plant a tree that at this moment there's no rain? When you plant them, they may not even grow. So that's the situation we are in. Most of the issues that I see have actual factors that I've seen have contributed to this climate change is the mode of farming that we have. People do not actually have any focus on what kind of crops to plant, what kind of crops do well at such kind of weather. We don't have experts to guide people. People don't have time to attend to talk shows maybe like this.
But at different districts level, we do have production officers, district and cash officers. These are things that we thought that they should be advising. The environment officer.
Yes, we on government recruitment we have these positions and they have people in every district. But do these people move to the field? Yes, do they move to the field? Do they have that time to interact with farmers? That is one thing we need to understand. Two, if we have these gatherings, maybe in burials and so on, you will never see any technical coming to talk about the issues we're undergoing, the climate-related issues, the issues of pollution, the issues of how best farmers could cope up with this kind of calamities that are coming in.
So are you telling us that during gatherings, we should really change on those who are supposed to be speaking to us during gatherings? Because we always see political leaders taking center stage in speaking to the Wananchi during social gatherings. Should we begin now including the technical people, one or two, that if they're there, to at least have a word or two to the members of the public on what need to be done right?
Ideally, if you are serving in a district, you are already a resident. You are supposed to be around when this kind of things happen. Like if you have seen where people are gathering, maybe even if the politician was mobilized, you should be able to have a slot to maybe talk to the people about what is common affecting the general population in relation to these kind of events that are coming in. Now, if you look at the issues of weather currently, I'm a farmer, but I have not planted anything this year. Why? I've failed to even understand what kind of crop to plant in this harsh climatic weather. Now, what do we do at the moment? I think government needs to invest much into mindset, and then the issues of sensitization. People need to be rented with the new modes of practicing farming. First of all, if you look at the outcasts of the city, we can still have some land to plant other crops and so on. But people all feel like, no, this is a city, we are not supposed to do any farming and so on. That's why we run sort of.
All right, let's talk about tobacco farming in West Nile. West Nile, for quite a long period of time, has been known for tobacco growing. Do you think the tobacco farming that has been in this region will be able to change the status quo of the people in West? I have seen this number of districts that have go to come to some parts of Mariupol. People are still attached to, to tobacco farming. Will these be able to change their status of poverty? Or has tobacco ever been, a savior in regards to fighting? Will it be?
I don't think. Let me just start frankly. I don't think tobacco can change the way we are doing our things. Maybe elevate somebody. First of all, I did a story recently about tobacco and its impact on the livelihoods, the environment, and then the people themselves. From the testimonies I was able to gather from some of the farmers who have done tobacco for a long time, averagely, if you are to venture into an acre of tobacco, then you need 4 million, at least 4 million Ugandan cedis. This is from land preparation, nursery bed, inorganic fertilizers, agrochemicals, those other things that even come into the woodlots. Because most of the farmers do not have their own plantations.
Where do they get the wood from?
Because most of them do not get time to produce, plant trees and so on. Because tobacco is year in, year out kind of farming. So people go into these forests that were protected, or they move to these farmers who had already planted some time back. So they also the companies that are doing the buying of the tobacco, they also have some other companies that they subcontract to look for these woodlogs within the region.
I have been told that some of the woodlogs belongs to who were brought on board, by then company British American Tobacco. That was a sole, company that was really buying.
I have reservations about that because from what I saw, most of the farmers believe the woodlogs that are better are not these eucalyptus trees that we plant, but it is these artificial trees that we get.
The natural ones.
So the natural ones, actually, those forests. So it means the tobacco itself has a lot of impact on the climate. Then, out of the 4 million that I talked about,
yes,
you will realize that the farmer, after selling all this tobacco and his returns, you will realize that the farmer is able to actually part with the 1.5 million at the end of every transaction.
Is that a profit, or
it's not a profit?
Because it's now a difference left.
That is the difference. After this company has deducted the loan from the equipment they are able to supply for these farmers. Talking about the fertilizers, the maybe other essential things like the gumboots and so on and so on that the farmers are able to use. But now, look at where this tobacco is cured. My problem are there. One, somebody is there, all the night, all the day, put in fire. Okay? Then in this barn, the big house that is constructed to store the tobacco, somebody enters there, the temperature is, they have a thermometer that they use to check on whether this tobacco is ready or not. So when the farmer enters there, there are two things. Either you'll be able to contract any disease related to the respiratory illnesses, or you have that chance of maybe your skin getting irritated because of those smells and so on. Also, the temperature inside there is not good for someone to really breathe. So those are the things that I show. And if you look at where this tobacco is grown, from the expert point of view, you realize that these chemicals that have been used do not really favor other crops that are to be grown. That's why West Nile has continued to be poor. So we have a lot to do for us to move.
We are talking about it and also a farming that is really an industry, which I would really say that is the only industry that seems to be factory that seems to be doing well in West Nile. You're saying that tobacco seems not to be helping the people that we have in West Nile, more especially those that are really involved in the farming of tobacco.
If you understand the factory, its operations, first of all, this factory gets 90% of its tobacco raw materials from DRC Congo.
Oh,
that is the fact. Then the second one is this factory itself is the lonely one. So there's no way a farmer will have a bargaining power to say maybe I'm not selling.
Level of monopoly is
yes, that is the thing. Yeah, there's no way a farmer will say no. My tobacco, the quality I have, might be at this range. You see that there's no way you are going to bargain and say no. This man is little and so on. You either give it or not. That's why the other time the company was able to move away with farmers' tobacco without even paying any single coin. So these are things.
Is it because of that? That's why the people of West Nile are demanding for compensation?
No, they've turned it to government because it was government who brought it.
Oh.
You understand?
Oh.
That's the logic.
So you're telling us that
you were the one who was mediating us. Now that the person you brought to buy the tobacco has gone away.
So you're telling us
we come back to you. That's the thing.
So you're telling us the same government that is against tobacco farming now was the one that brought and was encouraged.
Yes, it was government who brought in the British tobacco and the raw products of tobacco that people have grown in West Nile. So when things went apart, the company left. Then there came Alliance. So Alliance 1 came in. When they came in, they were not able to fulfill some of the obligations that farmers made. Then they decided to move away when they had already collected raw products, and this has resulted into the 9-something billion, yes, around there, that farmers are still demanding from government. So you will really understand that we have conflict with the law. We have Tobacco Control Act, which is clear. We have the environmental laws that are there. Now, if we are talking about really moving away from tobacco farming, and we do it uniformly, see that I've liked the way government has brought in here. This, I think, if the weather was good, farmers will be able to do a lot of things. Because I read that book, it has a lot of content. I also read the book that was produced by Uganda Investment Authority, where they were able to spot some of the investment opportunities in West Nile. Most of our crops that, like cassava, the beans, the maize, that are commonly grown here, that the staple food that we have is actually more profitable than the tobacco that we have seen. Look at the estimates by Uganda Investment. So people should be able to diversify from only relying on tobacco than moving to these other crops that have been identified, because you'll be able to grow your maize. You can consume it. If they're not ready to buy, you can consume it. You will not remain poor. You will not die.
You can as well consume the tobacco.
You can't. You can't. Much as you smoke it, you will not smoke that level, and even not really smoke a bell in a month.
As a person who comes from a district that is known for growing,
yes,
I want you to look into the camera and advise the people that are still growing, whether they should go on with or they should stop. And if they should stop, what should they really venture?
First of all, people should really understand this thing, that tobacco has really affected us so much. First of all, looking at our soil fertility, the issue of environmental degradation, looking at deforestation that has gone to its peak, apart from the refugees that have settled, because these refugees have settled in every district. You have seen the impact of deforestation in every district. Have you seen a refugee coming to cut a tree in a rural city? Not really. So that is the reason why I'm saying it is not attributed much largely to the refugee influx. It is the tobacco that has derailed our environment. So when we talk about moving away from tobacco, we are not saying totally is bad. But the issues why even government is advocating for people to leave tobacco are immense. First of all, the issues of health hazards, environmental hazards, and so on. Also come back to the social aspect. How much are you able to pack for your family? How many people have at least built better houses and ventured into other businesses?
But they have been able to pay school fees.
The school fees itself is maybe...
Because that has been one of the arguments.
The argument is like that. I understood it,
like
but I went back. Were you able to pay the people who worked? That is one thing. We have seen women suffering in this, but they have not gotten anything. Apart from paying one child of yours, they have not paid all the children. Why? Because year in, year out, the profit is only 1.5. This 1.5, if you split it into 3 terms, if the school is maybe St. Joseph's College, which has around 500,000 to pay family. So you will pay 2 terms, and then you will also go and buy cassava flour for you people to consume at home. That is one thing we need to understand. So you will not venture into food. That is one thing. So people need to move away from this. Yes, looking at all those aspects. And if we are to move away, it will help us also to have enough food in our homes. And also in the market, we are getting food from other regions to feed the rural city. Why? Because our people have gone into tobacco, which we cannot eat, which we cannot sell anywhere apart from going to the Viridian tobacco, which is the other side. And you will not see how much somebody is packing with. And the person who came to sell maybe tobacco is also walking back home. Those are the challenges.
All right, thank you very much, dear viewer. You're watching KOKOLIRIKO live on Westnile Television. My name is Denis Oringi, and I am together with Frederick Kamadri, and we are making sense of some of the important issues that we should be discussed in this region, Westnile. We are talking about tobacco farm in Westnile sub-region. Right now, I don't smoke simply because I smoked enough when I was young, because my grandfather used to make us sleep in a room that was for treating tobacco. And I know the impact that it caused on me. And I don't even wish to really get back to that time. And it is really a very good advice from Frederick Kamadri, as one person who also hails from a district that is known for growing tobacco, and that is Terego district. And currently, as I do talk, Terego district contributes also greatly to the one and only large factory that we do have in Western sub-region. In
Actually, I think
materials.
It is the biggest contributor to this now.
For sure. And if tobacco leaves are ready and farmers are to sell to the company, the farmers are being treated a little bit well, because they're being carried using the minibuses that we do have. And I like enjoying farmers in such vehicles. They always put their elbow out, and they become one of the richest people that we have in the locality.
That is one day thing, I tell you. Remember, this tobacco itself, when farmers were coming to sell it to BAT, you remember the accident scene that happened?
Yeah, it's quite unfortunate.
Yeah, it was serious. And I was wondering if somebody was taking a shower, would have not really packed himself like that. You become like the tobacco.
I think that is one of the reasons why the company had to improvise means of transporting the farmers differently from the tobacco leaves that were ready sold.
So what has changed?
Let's get back, and when we come back, we still have more for you. We shall be discussing the mess in Arua City. Who are responsible for the mess that we are witnessing in our city, the only city that we have in Western Sub-region. And so it is our responsibility to have a well-organized city. Let's go for a break.
Westnile TV, lighting up the region.
Get more for less on Star Times this Easter season. Cartoon channel for best children entertainment. New global series. Local drama on Makula TV and football all around the world. Simply make weekly or monthly subscription and enjoy upgrade to the next bouquet. For classic or super bouquet customers, subscribe for a month and enjoy 5 days extra. Family time with Star Times. Star Times is regulated by UCC.
Westnile TV, lighting up the region.
All right, 17 minutes to the top of the hour over 9 a.m. right in Western Television. My name is Dennis Oringi, and I am together with who is a journalist working with Western Television, and we are making sense of some of the stories that we have been reporting in our news hour, and we want to give you more information in regards to some of those stories. Right, we are discussing the mess in Arua City. You have to know that last year the Minister for Local Government, Rafael Magezi, was able to come to Arua after a group of leaders were able to write petition to his office in regards to the confusion that the city was experiencing and is even still experiencing now. Some people tend to say that it's worse now after the coming of the Minister for Local Government, Rafael Magezi. And in the meeting that was organized, the minister was here for around 2 days. The minister was able to advise the city leadership to really, remember before the construction of the taxi park, there were landlords that were occupying the taxi park, and they signed a memorandum of understanding with the government of the Republic of Uganda for 20 years. So it was the 18 years down the road that the landlords, that these people were really using the taxi park. So government came and said, we want to develop this place. Therefore, we are giving you a place that you should relocate to, and that is Lobida. Then the people relocated there. Then under Matif 2, that is the construction of the main market, came on board. Then the vendors who were really vending in the market then had to be relocated to different sites that were really good for them. Unfortunately, some of the sites never got the number of vendors that are supposed to be there. This, bred what we call street vending in Arua City. And when the 2 construction works were completed and people were told to go back, and many people decided to remain on the street, and few decided to go to occupy the main market and also the taxi park, the new taxi park we're talking about. So as we talk right now, if you're to move in Arua City, street vending is still something that is really a very big disease in Arua City. Street parking, the manner in which the cities are also being organized in terms of garbage management, the sanitary aspect seems to be, appalling as we talk right now. Ramadri, you have been reporting stories about the city development. Who should be blamed for the mess that we are witnessing currently in Arua City? Is it the locals or the residents of the city who are doing transactions in the city on a daily basis? Is it the leaders of the central division who are charged with the responsibility of managing the city? In other words, is the city only central division, or is Ivu division also part of the city? What is the city authority, the mother city authority, doing in regards to reorganizing the whole, development agenda that we have? Is there, goodwill from these leaders to have a better city or ask for?
Dennis, I want to confirm that the central division itself, that is mandated to collect revenue from vendors, is not really serious, and they are not interested in revenue. First of all, if you look at the street vending that we currently have, people have been attributing it to the coming of the minister who pronounced that the status
before you continue,
that was made some year last year, I think.
But the minister never said street vending should continue. He only allowed the markets that have not yet been gazetted, you understand, to be gazetted. If Lobida has not yet been captured in the system of central division, they have to, they should still operate the way they're operating. But the street vendors should vacate, go to those places that have been known that it has been a market. And so I think some leaders really marked the minister's word wrongly. And that's why in a gathering, when somebody speaks, not each and every person will really take the right information from the person who is speaking. I have it on record. Yes, you can continue.
It's okay. Let me come to what I was trying to bring out. If you look at most of our leaders, the central division and the cities, they have been attributing all this to the coming of the minister. That's why
you're right there. You're right there.
Okay, if we look at the markets that the minister pronounced himself about, that the status quo remains. We have Lobda market, we have this market at center,
and we have the
South Sudanese fish market, which were supposed to be documented and the revenue be remitted to the central. But you have this animal called politician who comes in and says, no, some of those are my people. Understand? You have ever had those statements? Those are my people, and over my dead body, there's nothing. These people should be relocated, or
can you
money be collected.
Can you use kind words? Can you use kind words? This animal is called. Why don't you say that? This group of people, at least it sounds.
But anyways, it depends on
the fact is all of us are animals.
Yeah, we're all animals.
But we belong to different kingdoms or what? Oh, class. It reminds me of my biology.
Our issue is intelligence. You understand? Our issue is intelligence. We're able to understand certain things very fast. But the issue is, the truth is, politicians, the local politicians we have here, I would say local, but you would say...
there I can accept. So they are local.
The local politicians within
because they were voted by local people.
Yes, within the city are the ones who have at least made. First of all, everyone wants to talk where he or she is able to benefit. But the problem comes back into the revenue collection. If you currently move from the hospital, you are heading to the DOF using that road.
Another market.
Yes, that market. You will not name it, but it is there in existence. I don't know who is collecting the revenue, and it has existed for long.
The other time in the evening, I was passing, and there are some gentlemen who were moving with 6.
Yeah, the problem now is we don't have roads. We have money on all these streets. So if somebody is to move with his vehicle, has problem, because somebody is parking here on the road, then you have these vendors, mothers putting things here. So it becomes problematic. Some of this will contribute to accidents that we're talking about.
If an accident happens, what will happen? How many lives?
Remember one of the accident scenes in Ethiopia, a similar thing happened. People found themselves in waterways and so in the trenches. So that's where you will survive. Otherwise, the vehicle can hit you.
And if it was raining, we would get them in Enya.
That will be one of the things. So our issue here is the local politics that has killed the management of this city. Then if you look at the vendors themselves, they seem to be understanding. And some of them, especially those who are in the official gazetted markets, they really complain. They have a lot of mercy on the leadership. They really wanted this issue of street vending to end. But people fail to understand. People fail to understand. It seems we need to understand this very well. We need to go deeper as journalists to investigate who is actually benefiting in this scene. Who is benefiting in this scene? Before we come to conclude that, yes, politicians are not doing much, you may never know a technocrat has the power to say, you sit here, or a politician is the one saying this. We need to get that. Then, yeah, we have ever had those statements. My voters, my what, and so on. But this cannot help. If you're a leader, you're a leader for all. Whether they voted for you or these ones not voted for you, all these are people you are managing now. You should be able to take the mantle to involve your town, your area where you are presiding over.
Let's talk infrastructure development of the city, the physical. What has happened to the eco city? Master.
The eco city master plan, I think, went off with the leadership that planned for it, especially those in the municipality. That plan, if it was really executed, would have changed the face of the city. First of all, the issues that came around this was because Barifa was not involved as government placed, but the local arrangement with some of the partners that were able to really show interest of coming to invest in this will be a great plus for the city. But the new leadership has not taken it up, apart from a few who can talk about it. But in real sense, if that was executed, we'll see an organized city. But if you look at the city now, I must be thankful to the business community who are able to now change a few of the structures in the city. Much as they're not following
and we thank them.
Yeah, much as they're not following the physical plan, look at the center. Parking spaces are not there. I think there's a need of locating, putting another parking space for some of these.
And there's a funny thing that I've seen here in Arua. The newly constructed that is has started to be garage for repairing vehicles. People have decided to move from their garages, and then they have decided to park and repair their vehicles on the newly constructed and doing parking. Is it a culture that we tend to misuse things that has been put for us for something else, and then we turn it, the other way? If you have to go around the school road next to Arua Public Secondary School, you will get some young people repairing vehicles on them and also doing parking, more especially these people who do trade with DRC, Central African Republic, also South Sudan, because I see the parking movement.
I want to say that road has got a history that has up to now not been around. First of all, if you look at when that road was constructed, that road had issues to do with the compensation of people. You saw the issues that went to court, came back, and so on and so on.
And also the design of the road.
Up now, the design of the road changed. So many things have happened on that road. Up now, are you aware that road has not been?
Yeah, sure. Because the other time when President Museveni was coming, I think there was a talk of the town that the president might commission that road, and I waited all in vain.
Even the main market has not been commissioned, but it is changing its space. We've seen the color changing to red and so on and so on.
And what does that?
Political. Meaning we are first of all for the people who are using the services. You may never know whether we're using haphazard things. You may never know whether we're using the things that were planned.
Not even 2 years down the road.
Those are the questions.
Not even 2 years down the road when
the light systems have gone down. Then the road has turned to be a garage that you have seen and they have confirmed. And if you move there, that's one space for people to offload their goods. Yeah, so those are the things we need to understand. Up to the new, they call it roundabout, but the city clerk was telling me that there's no roundabout in Arua City. That's the peace safety kind of thing. And I don't understand those things. This one up here in Arua Hill. So those things. The people call them roundabout. We're able to manage the garbage, we're able to manage the pollution in the city, and all that we need is done.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, dear viewer, thank you very much for being with us. 2 minutes to the top of the hour of 9 a.m. right on Westnile Television. We do appreciate you very much for being with us right from the time that we started the show up to this particular time that we're signing out of the studio. It has been a wonderful time having you. Thank you very much, Frederick Bamadri, for joining me this morning and making sense of some of the developmental issues that we have in Western Sub-region. For the tobacco farmers, please, you have to know that you have alternatives that you can really adopt, and life can really change for you. Meanwhile, for the city leadership right from Central Division and also Arua City, please let us join our hands together to clean Arua City. Go to other cities that we do have in Uganda. You will really get a difference if you are to compare Arua City with other cities that we do have. Just go to Gulu, which is a stone throw away from where we are, our neighbor. You will be able to realize that Gulu City is quite different from Arua City in terms of the physical planning and also issues to do with the strict laws that are being implemented. No street parking on some of the streets, but for us here in Arua, you can park wherever you want to park. You can even park at the roundabout. There is no problem, and nobody will come and question you. Come to the Avenue Road. That is the main street that we have in Arua City. People park, on double sides. And what does this mean? If two vehicles are also being driven on at the same time, we have pedestrians, we have people with disability, what will happen to them? Accident. And some people nowadays, what they do, they just stop in the middle of the road and then they really allow this person who has been in the vehicle to get out of the vehicle, which is quite unfortunate for us. The street vending we have in Arua City, it is really so challenging, and this tells you that if the fish is rotten from the head, then what happens to the tail? Then Oringi Denis, if he's confused, that means that leaders who are leading us in this city are the one making me confused. I don't want to be confused like that, because I have never been confused. And my work is to tell them that please stop being confused, get organized, and have the city, a clean city. For all of us, it is not the city only for me and those that are living now. It is a city that will serve even my great-great-grandchildren to come. When my bones turn to be fossil fuel that will be extracted for use. Have the best of your morning. Catch me again tomorrow, Friday, for the Wednesday edition of the program, the KOKOLIRIKO Live, as I will be also bringing you more information and sharing with you some of the issues that you need to know right in Western Sub-region, and also what we have at the national level. We have to know that 3,000 teachers have not been graduated. What does that mean? Did the education system that is rotten, or the teachers themselves who have not been graduated?
Westnile TV, lighting up the region.
Get more for less on Star Times this Easter season. Cartoon channel for best children entertainment. New global series. Local drama on Makula TV and football all around the world. Simply make weekly or monthly subscription and enjoy upgrade to the next bouquet. For classic or super bouquet customers, subscribe for a month and enjoy 5 days extra. Family time with Star Times. Star Times is regulated by UCC.
Westnile TV, lighting up the region.